Hello and welcome back to another painting video. Today we are going to be painting a Vanquisher for the Stormcast Eternals Spearhead army. We're going to be painting him in the style of our Cities of Sigmar army, because I do like that paint scheme. But as I was thinking about it as like, well, it kind of sucks because you can't ally anymore. We're gonna start with gunmetal for the base. You can't ally anymore, so you used to be able to have some Stormcasts into your Cities of Sigmar army. I don't know if that's still the case, but I'm like tentatively pretty sure you can't. So, but it's still a cool spearhead, I think. So we're gonna go for it here. Get the armor painted. I'm trying to get my wife to play some Age of Sigmar. So we're gonna play a quick game with her using these against my Cities of Sigmar, and then she'll probably want to pick a faction from there if she likes the game, the Spearhead game. We're just gonna keep it small for now. I mean, I'm gonna build a full 2,000 point cities army, but for her, we're just gonna have it be the spearhead probably, unless she decides she wants to go full 2,000 points, which I'm not gonna stop her. Let's get all of this armor painted. I do like this kind of version of a Stormcast more than the all gold version. A little less crazy, a little more reasonable. Of a look, I think. But you do you. I used to do Cities of... I used to have a Stormcast Eternal army, and I'd call it the Stormwind Eternals. So we paint them with blue and silver, like basically like Stormwind from Warcraft. But I sold that army to my brother, and he still uses them as that. I don't know how much of it is still usable now with all the changes to the model range and kind of removal of models from the line, from the range. But let's do that. How do we do our swords? I'm looking at my, yes, it's gonna be like, all of that's gonna be gold. There's some hair in here. Get this foot. And then this might be a pretty simple paint scheme for these guys since there's not a lot going on for them. Besides silver mostly, but we'll see how we end up. So now let's go to our leather brown for our belts. Need to buy some more leather brown paint here. I don't know if I've said that like a million times on this channel already, but we're gonna need some more paint. I'm probably gonna need to get some more size 1 brushes and take better care of them this time because these ones are pretty shot. So let's get our belt here, as well as any other kind of strapping or anything like that. Get those, and then we got the little leathery bits here. You have some on the arm as well. This looks like he has a little pouch here as well, so we'll get that. Get the little buckle right there. Get those straps there on that arm. Go around here, make sure we got all of them. Yes, we can probably get the cross buckles here that are for the bracers there. Can't really see the ones here, but we'll maneuver it a little bit to where we can get the one that we can see. Okay, now let's get our iceberg gray. Shake it up real good. I don't know what color I want the feather to be on top. I'm trying to think of, like, in Lord of the Rings, like who would have feathers on them. Rohirrim might. So that might work for them, for those kind of colors. But actually the Citadel guards had white feathers with like their mithril helmets. So maybe we can go that and just be like, because these guys are more of an elite army anyway, just kind of paint them like the Citadel guard. I know it's probably like a little bit too much lore-dumb for Lord of the Rings on a Warhammer model, but that's what I'm going for here, so it makes sense to get that figured out. It's definitely 2 coats of this, because it does not go on great just with 1 coat. Now let's go to our brassy brass color for all the metallics. So let's get the bottom of the sword here. And then the cross guard. Just get that. Try to avoid the blade if we can. This is our champion, so we might want to do some call outs on him that, I mean, besides the feather on his head, which the others don't have, we can do some other differentiations on him just to kind of sell it a little bit more as he's the leader. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get this gold. We're gonna put it on this like gem that he has on his forehead. And then I'm gonna paint the crown thingy that he's got going on here with this. We'll get the back. I think, like I've said this before in the other videos, like going for more of like a grim dark kind of look without using like crazy oil paints and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I lean it a little bit more just with all these dark colors and stuff for the army. We're just trying stuff out. Nice, dark, grim army, but also it's still like using the Lord of the Rings as our inspiration here. It's got the belt there, the buckle, and then we can clean up the brown right there. So then we can go back into our iceberg gray. Start bringing more of that into our model here. There's all these bubbles in it right now, but it doesn't dry with those bubbles, so don't worry about them as you're painting. It'll all be okay. Now I think for the handle of the sword, we're gonna go with this dark vermilion, kind of how we do with our Black Templar army, which is still being done. Like I haven't forgotten about it. It's just, this is Spearhead's just kind of a quicker game to play. So I'm trying to get some Spearheads together so I can play some games on my new setup and stuff at my house and get that all figured out. Let's get some gunmetal and fix some of that stuff there. Okay, now let's go into our ghost gray. That's what we use for our kind of white base of things. So we'll get that into the headpiece here. Some more on here, start at the top here. Here's the white. And then what we can do is we can get our black wash now, no oil, and get most of the armor covered in it. This is where we kind of substitute the oil washes for in our army here. So get it nice and on there. It's gonna really darken the model up. It's going to weather all those plates. We're just getting the metallic right now with this, so get the head. And get the sword. My kitty is meowing. Just keep putting that on, moving it around. Getting it all over. We're doing a nice big all over wash on this guy. Don't forget this foot down here that's kind of poking out. And we're going to get on the, actually we are going to get on the belts and stuff here. Just bring it through. Muddy that all up. Same thing for the hair. It's gonna really call out all our strands and stuff up there. Okay. And then we can take our silver paint and come in over the top of a lot of the stuff. So we get our nice fine brush here. Thin that paint out nice. And then we can start just picking out the details here with the silver. Get the top there, get the edges, get the edge of the sword here. You can just get the top edge, you don't have to get both edges, but you can, just to make it look extra sharp there. We're just gonna do a little bit here, there, some on the chest piece here. Get some of those fingers, those fingies. Evie, what are you doing under there? My dog is being very... Get the lion up here. Get all the cool lion-y details. As well as the edge there. Same thing here, we want to get the lion on his knee here. And then let's get the top of that. Get the edge there. The back here. Cool. And that is how we paint our Vanquisher for our City, not City of the Sigmar, for our Stormcast Eternals army. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next one.